Hello world, I'm coming to you live from my kitchen where I'm here to do another Wentworth video. So, oh my god, let me tell you something. The trailers, they just don't cease, okay? That this is the trailer of all the trailers. This trailer made me feel things. So that trailer gave me all the goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps in the best of ways, okay? Oh my god. Anyway, let's just get into it. So it begins with Joan Ferguson's face, okay? So Joan Ferguson's face is just there and she's looking like always. And then you see the infamous freezer. So the freezer door is opening, right? And then you see something coming out of the freezer. And then you see a hand like holding up the freezer door, like pushing it open. I still think that it may be either Officer number 3 or Dr. Miller. So in the next scene, we see the big ass kitchen knife that I'm sure this is the knife that Ferguson was fantasizing about stabbing Will Jackson with in the yard. But this is it, and it's Joan Ferguson, as we see in the, well, we don't see in the next clip. Somebody is sharpening this knife. We don't know who it is. All we see is that they're wearing green gloves. But there's somebody with a knife in the kitchen, and they're wiping the knife clean. I don't know if there was any blood on this before. You don't see any remnants of blood, so I don't know what they're wiping off the knife. Probably food, okay? The next clip is the freak talking to Dr. Miller, right? And what she's saying in the video is, I'm incapable of controlling myself, she tells him. And then we hear the music. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. We hear that, you know what I'm saying? And we see my precious baby love, Lou Kelly, and she's standing outside the door of the education center, right? The library. And so she's just there looking. She's just so lovely. She's looking, right? Like plotting, she's plotting something. And then in the next frame, we see Mullet. Mullet is beside her. So Lou Kelly, Mullet is coming and Lou Kelly's basically pushing Mullet. She's pushing Mullet out of the way. Like, get back. So they're up to something. Lou and Mullet, let me tell you something. They're going to be like two peas in a pod this fucking season. Once Reb is no longer with us, Mullet is going to be Lou's new partner in crime. You know what I'm saying? When she goes to fuck shit up, Mullet is never going to be far behind. Mullet is going to be the one to be there to help her throughout the whole thing. And it's going to be sad because I feel like Mullet might just die. Mullet probably will die saving Lou's life because she's so loyal to Lou. You could see it. I feel like she's borderline probably like low-key in love with Lou Kelly. Who's not going to be in love with Lou Kelly? She's fucking gorgeous. Anyway, and she's just so like confident in herself and in her ways. There's nothing more attractive. Anyway, the next scene I thoroughly enjoyed, okay? So it's a scene of my beautiful precious baby love and Mari Winter in, I think this is Lou's cell. And they're in there doing what looks like a diabolical dance, okay? I don't think they're really dancing. I think that Mari was probably trying to leave, okay? And Lou grabbed her and was like, nope, not so fast. Get back in here, and swung her back into the cell. But when you watch the clips, it looks like they're doing this dance, like this psychotic dance. It pisses me off that Lou is touching all these people, because why? Why are you touching people? And so that's it. So Mari's just being, swung back into the cell, like, you ain't going nowhere. I'm not done with you yet. In the next scene, we see the freak in what looks like the kitchen, okay? And she's holding some string or some wire. It looks like it's the color green, and she's holding it. She's got it wrapped in her hands, and she's about to choke somebody out. Upon further examination in the next photo, it looks like it's Vera Bennett who she's about to choke out. Do you see it? Oh shit. So she's about to choke out Vera Bennett with some green lanyard, okay? And then the next clip says a Foxtel original, right? And then we see this. Sheila's face looking super stressed, okay? The beady-eyed little monster is now stressed the fuck out, and she's saying something that I can't understand, okay? But then after she says these words that I don't understand, she says, and I'll never leave. That's all I could make out. So I'm assuming she's telling Mari, if Reb doesn't tell him that I wasn't there, I'm never gonna get out of here. Okay, I will never leave. I'm assuming that that's the conversation that's happening here. And so what happens? The next clip is Mari looking at Sheila. So I'm guessing that this is the scene in which Mari manipulates Sheila into helping her try to take down Lou, because we all know that neither Sheila nor Mari have what it takes to take down Lou. It's not gonna happen. So the next scene is Will Jackson, and he's about to come storming through the doors, and that's it. And then the next scene, oh my God, world, this scene touched my heart and my soul. I got goosebumps. I felt sad because why can't somebody love me that way? But it's just such a beautiful moment. In this next clip, we see Lou Kelly kissing Reb Keen in their unit. So they're there, and we've got this magical light, you know what I'm saying, shining through the unit windows, okay? And Lou is just, you know, she's having her way with her man. Basically, she's grabbing him. She's pushing him onto the table, roughly yet gently. You know what I'm saying? And then Reb embraces her. He wraps his strong arms around her waist. Oh my God. What I wouldn't give to be Zoe Tarakis. So Lou Kelly is holding his head in her hands, and she's kissing him. And yo, let me tell you something. These characters are not real, right? But I feel like they could be. Yo, like the love that radiates off of these two people. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you didn't know what was going on in this season, like let's say if you've never watched this show before in your life and you saw this little clip of them kissing here in the unit, you would know how deep their love runs without even knowing their backstory. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Zoe Tarakis and Kate Box for bringing these two characters to life the way that they did, because when I tell you, I am moved. I am so moved by this whole storyline. So boom, they're kissing. And at first, I'm conflicted. Like, I don't know if this is a real scene. I don't know if this is Lou's fantasies after Reb passes. You know what I'm saying? But I hope this is real. I hope that this is real and this is their last tender moment. I feel like that clip that we see of them walking carefree, you know, in that part of the prison that's like outside but not. I feel like that part is them walking here. They're walking back to their unit. And this is what happens. They kiss and they have their last intimate, tender moments of love. You know what I'm saying? Before Reb is brutally killed in Wentworth. Oh, God. The next clip that we see is Lou Kelly. And she's in the office of Anne Reynolds, right? And she's looking at Anne Reynolds like she is not impressed with whatever's coming out of Anne Reynolds' mouth. She's like, bitch, you better start saying something that makes some sense to me and fast. And so I'm assuming that what's happening here is that Lou is talking to her. I want to go to my man's funeral. You know what I'm saying? And Anne is telling her, listen, I'm sorry, but we can't do it. You can't go. You're a risk. You know, like, you can't do it. It's not happening. You're not going to go see him. If B. Smith wasn't able to go see Debbie for her burial, then there's no way in hell that we're going to let you go to the burial of your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Which is just so messed up. Then she proceeds to move her arm like this, and all the contents of Anne's desk go flying about, and Anne jumps back looking like she's startled. You should be scared, bitch. You should be scared. The next clip we see is Ali Novak, all right? And she's looking upward towards like the CCTV cameras, and you see the camera, and you see a stick next to it. And then the next clip is the stick. It's a broomstick, it turns out, and they're moving the camera, you know, so that the people that are watching the CCTV screens won't be able to see the fight that's about to go down in the laundry, because that's what's happening. Because in the next clip, we see laundry detergent, and we see a startled looking Judy Bryant turning around because she hears something, okay? And what do we see in the next clip? We see Boomer. We see Boomer 2.0 holding her shiv, okay? Her makeshift weapon. So she's holding it. She looks like she ain't playing no more games. This is it. This whole time, as we have seen and learned, Lou is going to be bullying Boomer. She's going to be throwing bowls of pudding on her head, calling her a pig in the yard in front of all the women, making a fool of her in front of her peers, you know what I'm saying? And this is the moment where enough is enough. So Boomer is going to fight for her own respect. And so we see them circling each other like wild animals, okay? And I love that. I love that. I find that shit so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're going to circle each other and then we're going to stab each other. And Lou is just here for all of it. In this scene, we see them circling each other. We see Lou Kelly's hair. And in these little clips, it looks really, really red. You know what I'm saying? Very reminiscent of B. Smith. When we look, we see Boomer again. And then we see Lou Kelly. So we see Lou Kelly and she's holding her weapon. I love how she's holding this weapon, okay? Her shiv. Look at how Boomer's holding the weapon. She's just holding it straight forward. You know what I'm saying? Luke Kelly, on the other hand, she's holding it just like if it's a sword. Like it's like an extension of her fingers, this shiv is. You know what I'm saying? She's holding it with such ease and grace. The eye just... Oh my God. Everything about Luke Kelly is perfect, okay? These are the moments that make life worth living for Lou. I don't know if you understand this, but this is when she thrives. She thrives in these situations, these high-risk situations, these life or death situations. And the reason why she thrives is this is where she gets her kicks. You know what I'm saying? She knows she's that bitch, okay? She knows can't nobody fuck with her. I don't care if you saw Rita tossing her over a table, okay? With ease. That means nothing. Luke Kelly, you know, she probably fell and she was like, all right, let me get back up. Like, that was nothing to her. You saw how she fell. She fell with the grace of a fucking ballerina, all right? So, in this scene, we also see some background characters. We see Ruby's back there watching. We see Mullet with her eyes on Luke Kelly. Fixated on her she is. She's secretly in love with her. I know it. And then we also see Zaina in the back. And then the last thing that we see is Wentworth. The final sentence begins Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Time, okay, on August 24th, el cumpleaños mío. You know, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck if Lou is a bully. I don't care that she likes to cut people's fingers off for fun. I don't care that she gets her shits and giggles in knife fights. It doesn't matter to me. You guys don't know what she's been through. You don't know how she was raised. You don't know what she went through growing up. All right, world. So this is the time. This is the time in this video where I'm going to show you the photos that I was sent, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? Get ready. There's like a major fucking spoiler up in here, okay? So, are you ready? So, it's these two photos of Allie, okay, in a wheelchair. She's sitting in this wheelchair in the middle of mass destruction, okay? Look at this shit. There are bricks every which way. These are the bricks that make up the walls of Wentworth, all right? And they're scattered about on the ground. We see these photos where it looks like she is trying her best to get up. It looks like she's trying to get up from the wheelchair and she doesn't make it out of the wheelchair. Instead, she falls to the ground, all right? So she's on top of all these bricks, all this cement, you know what I'm saying? She's there and she's now stuck in the most vulnerable of positions, okay? She can't get up. So the question here is somebody gonna come and rescue her? So then we also see this picture of Eve Wilder. So we see these two pictures of Eve Wilder and she's, you know, on the ground, okay, sitting on the ground. She's got a bloody ass eye. And my first thought was, oh shit, Joan Ferguson done got to her with a pencil. You don't know how Joan likes to do with the pencils, okay? She manipulated Jodie Spiteri into gouging her own fucking eye out with a damn pencil, okay? So that's what I thought at first. Oh shit, Joan made Eve stab her own eye out. But if you look closer, you look and you see something in Eve Wilder's bloody hands, okay? It looks like some type of a sharp object. So I'm thinking that Eve Wilder may be a little crazier than we thought. Or did Joan really fucking get inside her head and make her gouge her own eye out? My God. The next photos we see are of my beautiful, precious baby love who could do no wrong, okay? She is towering over Allie with this goddess-like presence that she possesses, okay? Asserting her authority, okay? Then, what do we see? Some of the saddest shit that I've ever seen in my life. We see Luke Kelly. We see Luke Kelly, and now she's cowering in a corner, crouched down with her hands on her head. She can't take the pain. She's clearly crying over what happened with Reb, okay? The death of her one true love. Oh my God. It's going to be so heartbreaking and I'm not ready to cry because I fear that once my tears begin, they will never subside. Okay? It's going to be so sad. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, ay, Dios mío. Es que no se puede. No se puede. So we see an unlikely character comforting my precious baby love, Luke Kelly. And who is that? It's Mari fucking Winter. Then the next picture is Lou, full-blown tears, okay? Full-blown breakdown in the arms of Mari Winter. Mari Winter is doing to Luke Kelly what I want to do to Luke Kelly. And that is hug her. Hug her and take her pain away, okay? She doesn't deserve this. She looks so sad. She's broken up inside. Look at her. Look at her. She's fucking crying, okay? Her face is all red. Oh my God, my heart breaks for her. Are you ready for the final photos? These are the real spoiler pics. These are them. So I'm giving you another chance at salvation, okay? You don't have to do it. You don't have to go on. You don't got to keep watching. But if you do, get ready for the most joyous feeling to overcome you, okay? Are you ready? So in this picture here, you see Allie and you see Boomer. And they're in the unit and they're, you know, commiserating. And you see a box in the hands of Allie Novak. The second I saw that box, I was like, yo, I know what that box is. I've seen those boxes before, okay? It's a pregnancy test. Who in the world could be taking a pregnancy test? There's only one person, Suzanne Jenkins. So I said to myself, oh shit, she's taking a pregnancy test. And then when I scroll down to see the next photo that I was sent via the group chat on Instagram, okay? It was, ready? The spoiler, puñeta, it was glee. It was pure, unadulterated joy that I saw in the picture. Allie smiling, Boomer smiling, red in the face, teary-eyed, fucking Ruby smiling. Everyone's happy and jumping for joy. Why do you think this is? It's because Boomer's been impregnated by the sperm of Gavin, okay? Mission accomplished. She's gonna be a mother. She's gonna have a bubba in the halls of Wentworth. I just want to go on record as saying I don't think that's safe for a child. Whatever works, okay? It's gonna be a happy ending for our Boomer and I can't wait to see. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna fucking cry. So I'm gonna pop up a comment here real fast. So Joe Stevenson says, maybe Judy and Lou will have a fling after Reb's death. And yo, let me tell you something. First of all, bite your tongue. How dare you? How dare you say, listen, don't even suggest anything of the sort, okay? World, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned because there's a couple of more coming out before the season begins. And I'm so excited for the videos that I have planned in the future. All right, world, thank you so much for watching this video. And that's it. Bye.